This video was made possible by EA Game Changers. A few days ago, I was invited to an event by EA to capture some Battlefield V footage in anticipation for the launch coming on Friday. This is going to be the first of a few videos, and in this video, I'm going to be going over FJELL 652, the map you're currently watching, before you guys start to play it tomorrow. So overall, this game has been a blast. I got to play it for 2 days over in Stockholm, and it was a fantastic event with loads of other creators, and I'm sure you'll see loads of other videos over the next few days. Right now, you're watching gameplay on the brand new map, FJELL 652, on the third day of a grand operation taking place in Norway. The first 2 days of this grand operation take place in Norvik, the map you saw in the alpha and beta, and the last 2 days, 3 and 4, take place in FJELL 652. Now, just as a quick note, the 4th day only comes around if the first 3 days result in a draw or a tie or no real team takes it away. The last day is in a final stand, which I hope to release a video on later explaining a bit more in depth. Now, getting back to this map, FJELL 652, it's a pretty small, close map with a lot of choke points and tight objectives with a lot of places for fortifications and places for great gun battles. The map also has plane combat with a few planes available to each team, as well as AA guns spread out across the map. In addition, there's loads of places for you to put fortifications, such as miniguns, sandbags, and barbed wire. The map overall is extremely fluid. I didn't really run across any issues while I was playing, and I felt like I always knew where to go and I wasn't getting lost too easily. It's pretty easy to get from place to place, and I felt like overall there was a lot of interesting places to explore as well. There were certain parts on the map where it was a cabin type vibe or it was a resupply station. And this type of difference in the map was pretty fun. I feel like overall the design was pretty cool, and the map itself will be a community favorite for a long time. I could definitely see this being a map that a lot of players love to play. In a moment, you'll see one of the choke points in this map, which are pretty much the way to get from objective to objective. Now, there's multiple ways to get to an objective, but most of them look like this area. In between two different cliff sides, there's rocks on either side of you, and there's just one direct path to go. This is a really easy place to set up a machine gun or a mine or something and catch someone off guard as they're trying to get to an objective. These are really good points to defend, so as an attacker you have to be really careful when pushing these areas. I think that's what makes this map really fun. You never know what you're going to come across, and you could have enemies in front of you or you couldn't, so you have to be really careful, and it really brings back those vibes of old, very close, small maps where you had to watch every single corner and place that you go. I think FJELL, like I said, will be a community favorite, but there's a few other maps which I think will also hold that title. Will this be the same thing as a Metro or a locker of each respective game? I'm not sure. Time will tell, but so far I think this map has a lot of promise, and it's definitely one of the most fun ones to play. So, getting into the gameplay, I'm currently playing with the Assault class, probably my favorite class in the game, and I'm using the Stormgewehr 51, I believe, or the 5-1, and this is my favorite assault rifle in the game, and it is by far one of the best. And it is extremely good in short to mid-range, and long range it's not the best. I would definitely recommend the STG in longer range combat, but the Stormgewehr is really good on maps such as FJELL. I really think that the Assault class and the Assault rifles are probably some of the most dominant in the game. They really overshadow classes such as the Medic, which its abilities do, um, overplay the guns it has. The Medic guns by far are the weakest in the game, and it really shows when you play the Assault class compared to the Medic class. So now I've switched over to a support weapon. Support weapons are interesting. They're good at close quarters, they're decent at medium, but at long range, they're terrible. That's what you should expect from an LMG. However, once you get further down the line, you do get into a bit of a more fluid weapon choice where you can have guns with bipods. I believe the MG42 at the end is very good at long range once you can bipod that down. However, its limited ammo capacity is a bit annoying. But to get back to this gameplay, we're at the moment rushing the C objective, which you can see is fortified completely with barbed wire, and we're trying to take it over from the enemies currently there. It's a bit hard to get through this barbed wire, and my biggest suggestion is to either try to blow it up or go around. That's something I learned pretty late, that you could blow up fortifications. I know it's probably something that a lot of people knew, but it's probably one of the biggest tips you can have for this map, as fortifications can really change the pace of a battle. So, as we continue to attack here, you can see that there's been a trench dug out, again by fortifications. There's even been a minigun placed. The way that this map integrates with fortifications is probably one of the coolest. I think that FJELL is by far one of the greatest maps to learn how to use fortifications, so if you have an interest in getting better with them, I would definitely spend some time on this map. In addition, the map itself has a lot of great places for you to learn different class styles. You can really do well with medic here because a lot of people do die. It's close quarters. It's a lot of action happening. Great revives happening, just like this buddy revive, which is also new to Battlefield 5 if you didn't know by this time. You can revive anyone in your squad as long as you're close to them. And as a medic, you can revive anyone in the game as always. Buddy revives are a new system which are fantastic, and they definitely play in as one of the new and features that I think will make this game a lot better in the long run. But as always, staying on topic with this game, we are taking over the D objective now, which does have a lot of action around it. The D objective is close to both spawns, and it is a smaller area that can really be changed by fortifications. Those fortifications can split up the objective and make it very hard to attack or defend. So when taking over D, I'd very much prioritize taking over the middle of it and putting down fortifications as soon as you can, as this will help defense a lot easier, and it'll give attackers a lot more things to look out for when they're approaching the objective. Overall, this map is definitely one of the best. It has a lot of choke points, close quarters battles, and it really lets you get into the nitty-gritty, fighting enemies constantly, and it'll definitely come away as one of my favorites. I think this map is a great map to play no matter what mode. It should do well in most of them, and I can't wait to see more maps like this. This is probably one of my favorite, and the design of it is also great. The snowy area is not overpowering, and I feel like overall the map design is fantastic. I'd very much like to play this map again, and I can't wait to do so on November 9th when this game launches to Origin Premier members, and on the 20th where it can go out to people who have pre-ordered the game and as a full launch. So I'm going to let the rest of this gameplay roll out. Thank you very much for listening. If you like the video, make sure to give it a like. If you have any feedback for this is my first upload in a very long time, please let me know. I'm a little bit under the weather, but I'm trying my best to make it work, and I very much enjoyed playing this game. Again, I'd like to give a big thank you to the EA Game Changer program and all the people who made it possible for me to come out here, and all the people who made this fantastic game. I'll see you all on the battlefield once the game comes out in full launch, and as always, any links that I've talked about will be down in the description below. Thank you again, and have a fantastic day.
Dropping grenade! Grenade for! Watch out! Danger there! Urgent request for an airstrike. JP2, this position. I'll catch you, chum.
Stay in the fight, soldier.
Need ammo!
Good start. Objective dog is ours now. Beware that objective Able has been lost. We have now taken objective Baker.
Damage blast!
We have lost objective Baker.
We must capture the objective! There, looks like trouble.
We have taken objective easy. Know that we have lost objective dog. We have taken objective Charlie.
Bloody well done. With Narvik under British control, the German war machine will have to look elsewhere for its iron. But I fear Germany will not give up the fight so easily. Though we secured victory here today, this promises to be only the beginnings of a long war.